It must be Saturday. It is time for Langley Firearms Academy Live. I hope you guys are having a better week than the world had, because holy crap. Because you want to know what kind of week it was? Hold on, this is what kind of week it was. It was this kind of week. That's what kind of week it was. Wow. Wow. It was that kind of week out here in these United States. Whew. I hope you guys are doing really well. I'm just going to be enjoying a glass of wine. I just need it this week. All right. It is an open Q&A. What's up, Gentrit? He says hello in his own special way. I'm going to put my wine down for a second. Hope you guys are all living life all right. Everything good. What up, Evan? Evan says, hey, let's get this party going. It is a Saturday night, so it must be time for Langley Firearms Academy Live. It is actually a cab ghost. Cabernet. I love me some Cabernet. Ned, is it Braden? It is Braden. This is me, right here. Dat One Asian Kid says hello. What's up, Dat One Asian Kid? What's up, James? Ghost, even better for the cab comments. I love it. Yeah, I love me some cab, man. This week, whew, oh, this week was something. I'll tell you what, guys, it was crazy. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, some cool stuff, some trends that I've noticed. Some trends I've noticed I'm going to share with you here in a minute once we get all acquainted, all loosened up, all fun. But, off the bat, what do you guys think of my shirt? Check this thing out. What? 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 This is the best shirt ever. This is from Grunt Style, one of my new partners. You guys can actually get this shirt for 10% off. Check the description box. Hooking you guys up. Hey, I'm okay if I'm fat. I'm working on it. Listen, I got things going on. But this shirt and all the ones on Grunt Style, you guys get for 10% off if you click the link below the description box and use that code so you get 10% off. All right, let's jump right into it. What rifle would you say is the most ergonomical for semi-automatic fire? Ergonomical? Pretty much any. It is Grunt Style Ghost. You are absolutely right. Any AR-15 is pretty legit. I don't really like the new ones. Like if you've seen the new AR-15s that have the crazy angles, the crazy angles like with the stocks and stuff, I'm not a fan. Mario says my shirt is redneck, and I personally cry on the inside. But I love this shirt, so to each his own. I love it. Yeah, from a standpoint of ergonomics, like AR-15s are awesome. No MG? I don't know what that means, Mario. No MG. 308 AR-15 thoughts? I love a 308 AR-15. We call it an AR-10. Mario, it's American. Yeah, it's very American. It's a very American shirt, sorry. I love me a good AR-10. Love it. Are you talking about a light machine gun, Mario? I think you're talking about a light machine gun. But I love an AR-10. A DPMS pattern specifically is my favorite. But shooting that 308 out of a semi-automatic, oh, it's so sweet. I love it. Gentrit says Mario is weird. Oh, come on, guys. Let's not bicker. How are you guys doing, though? More importantly, what was up this week? Talk to me. What are you guys... Oh, man, it's just crazy. This whole... Not specifics. I don't want specifics. I've got enough specifics. Just hope you guys are okay out there. Hope everything's good. Hope you guys are all good. Decisions on a nice priced AR-15 for a starter. Check out Palmetto State Armory. Right now they have a deal going on for a full-on AR-15 for $450. It's insane. Great price and it's a good gun. What do I think of 6.8 SPC, the 6.8 special purpose cartridge? That is a really cool cartridge. I don't know if it's going to get picked up, but we will see. We'll see. It's a cool mid-level cartridge and kind of competes with the AK-47 round 7.62x39. But the SPC is an interesting angle on it. But I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. Mario says is it in LA. We just had someone say they were in Nevada. But yeah, so I'm waiting for all my regulars to come in. All my patrons on Patreon. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. It's Saturday still, I think. Saturday for 2 more hours. What do I think about the Springfield Armory Saint? Kind of overpriced for what it is, in my opinion. Especially right now with AR-15s so low on the price market. 308 semi is nice until your shoulder starts acting up. That's true. I don't know, the Springfield Saint, when I saw it, I was kind of like, AR-15s are such a hard market to break into. I don't know. What are my thoughts on the liberals tearing down the Confederate statues? Ooh, making me go political. Personally, I think it's kind of foolish to tear down relics of the past, that if the whole point is they're painful, why would you erase them? Because if you erase history or you change history, it is doomed to be repeated. It's kind of my thought on it. That's me. I mean, it is a part of our heritage. The Confederacy was a part of our heritage, and I'm in Georgia. So, I mean, to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to tear down a piece of our history, even though it may be a dark piece. It's kind of like your own life. That's the way I equate it. In my life, there are some very, very impactful things that happened in my life that sucked. I mean, like, really sucked. But without those things that really, really sucked, I wouldn't be who I am. So without learning from those mistakes or forgetting those mistakes, I'd be doomed to repeat them. To me, that's kind of an obvious thing, and I think it's an emotional response, to be honest. I think it's extremists on both sides are causing issues. I think the people who are right in the middle are normal people, honestly. And I've seen polling on that stuff with the statues, like, who cares? But that's my take. That's just the way I look at it. I don't know. I don't think it's a huge controversy to start. We have enough problems that we need to solve. But that's just me. Chain the Squirrel says, I'm looking for a good cheap AR-15. Any suggestions? Palmetto State Armory. Amazing. They have a full AR, completely assembled. Everything's together. They will ship it to an FFL. It is $450. Full 5.56, really, really good gun, and you're not going to find a price spot cheaper than that. What's up from Macon, Georgia? Loading up some 223 to test out tomorrow. That's awesome. So you are loading ammunition while watching a gun live stream. That's America right there, Lionel. I love that. That's awesome. We still got to hook up for some of that hog hunting, man. I'm still thinking about that. That'd be amazing. All right, so we're about 7 minutes into the stream. I'm going to tell you one of the main things that's happened here in the recent days. That's huge. This is a really big deal. The cheapest assault rifle are military, because we actually can't get our hands on assault rifles. We can get semi-automatic sporting rifles called AR-15s. Jay Moore says, I think it's nuts. It sounds so ISIS-like, destroy historical stuff worldwide. That's very true. Just because you don't like it. I tell my children all the time, you throw temper tantrums, you're not going to get what you want, and in fact, you'll get punished more. But, hey, whatever. No parallels there. Someone got too many participation trophies, in my opinion. So, something really awesome in the gun industry specifically. If you guys have been watching my channel for a little while, you notice that Radical Firearms is a good company. They're a little weak on customer service, but they're good products. So, the gun industry really hit a lull when Trump got elected, because it basically just went off a cliff because everyone's got really relaxed and comfortable. And they said, hey, I'm good because I got my guns. I've got a Republican Congress. I've got a Republican House and Senate. And I got a Republican president. What could go wrong? And where it landed, it was about 20 to 25% of a decrease from the previous year. Some of us on gun channels having a fun discussion, 338 Lapua or 416 Barrett, 338 Lapua all day, just saying. But anyway, so the gun industry went down to about 25% off the market from where they were. So what that meant was all the prices and the demand went down, so the prices followed. So people in the gun industry, like myself and other manufacturers, really started having lower pricing because we couldn't sell product, or they couldn't sell product. I couldn't get views. It kind of equated, right? My views went off a pretty good amount, and then also the ammo went down, and everything started going down. And if you guys look right now, ammo prices are basement prices. They haven't been this way for 20 years, 30 years. The gun prices, really low as well. Everything is really low. AR-15s, complete AR-15s for $450. That is like blow your mind kind of pricing. That would never even be possible 2 years ago. I can't even build an AR-15 for lower than $450. I just can't. It's not possible for me. I just don't have the quantity of scale. But what's interesting, I'm going to give you guys some inside information here. So Sturm Ruger and Company, they are the largest manufacturer of firearms in the world. They make Ruger. They sell the most firearms. This is not another rip review deplorable number 2,950,000. This is not a rip review right here. We got more coming, but not right now. So Sturm Ruger went down about 23% for the previous quarter on the stock market. So that kind of shows exactly where we're at. Today, and about 3.5 days ago exactly, maybe about 4 days ago, on my analytics, I saw something very unusual. Typically, I would go on a real-time view of X amount. Like, so I can see every 48 hours who's watching in the peaks and valleys because, you know, people sleep, so it kind of follows their patterns, right? So all of a sudden, about 4 or 5 days ago, I saw a massive uncharacteristic spike, like about 200% increase from where it was the day before. And I could not figure out why. I didn't have a reason to say, hey, it's because I released a video, because I didn't release a video. It's because one of my videos went viral, one of my videos didn't go viral. So one of the things that I was just really pondering, I couldn't figure it out. Why did my views go up? So it went away, 3-4 days went past. Today, Saturday, this morning I woke up and checked my analytics, and my analytics were through the roof again. This time about 300%, and a time when my views are not very high. Saturday morning is kind of a ramp-up period into the Saturday evening. So my views went skyrocketed. They went skyrocketed for a second time in the same week, uncharacteristic times of the day and times of the week, without me launching a video. So what I'm equating that, and this, you're going to hear this right here, no one else is going to say it, the bottom of the pricing for ammo and the bottom of the pricing for the gun market is right now. It's not going lower. And the reason that I say it's not going lower is this is the reason. 4 or 5 days ago is when the Charlottesville stuff started happening. This Saturday is the first Saturday after that Charlottesville thing, and again, people are sitting at home in bed looking at videos about gun stuff. A drastic jump, a drastic spike means there's a drastic awareness on the mind of the American people that was not there a week ago. So with all the stuff that's happening, it's going to raise interest, it's going to raise prices, and everything's going to start going up. We are at the bottom point of the bell curve right here. If you were ever going to buy ammo, if you were ever going to buy guns, now is the perfect time. You're not going to get lower prices. And that's some insider information. I can just tell you that from a YouTube channel perspective where I can see exactly what people are doing and when they're watching it. It's happening right now. This is the point. So whether something else happens in the future or doesn't happen in the future, I don't think things are going to be getting better politically in the near future. The more instability, the more lack of stability that there is in our country, the more people go to guns and researching. And I'm starting to see it. That's some inside information for you guys. So if you want to know that information, if it helps you, awesome. If not, thanks for listening to that little data analytical rant. James says, load up on the rips. That's right. Wine break. Oh, man. We are drinking a cab this evening. Made you delicious. But my thoughts on the SBRS. To be honest, I have to look that up. I don't know exactly what that is. Or at least it's escaping my brain right this second. Which it could be. Long, long week. But I hope you guys are all safe. I hope you guys are all having a great time. Hope you guys are not letting us affect you too much, all the stuff that's going on in our country, because it's just a small percentage that's doing this. It's not the mass. If it was the mass, this would be a lot worse. Thoughts on the polymer 80s? I don't do the 80%. I don't do the lowers that are 80. Not polymer. I got metal. The ounces don't matter to me that much. You do more pressure with metal. You can do more. You can do more resilience on impact. I mean, there's just a lot of things that can go wrong with polymer lowers, and I don't mess with them. So that's my thought on that. If you've ever looked at the polymer lowers, it's like, man, there's a lot of room for failure here. Like, you can bend them. All right, Gentrit says, do you know that the AP tank round that looks like a long rod, is it possible to make a bullet like that? I'm sure you make a bullet like anything. Make it the right diameter, you can make it happen. I'm sure you could. Oh man, you guys are kind of quiet tonight. Usually you're a little bit more amped. Oh man, maybe you guys are all drinking wine like me and just like, chill. Oh man. Damn the internet tonight. Slow, slow, slow. I've heard Palmetto is good, but cheap. Is it worth it? Santiago, that is an excellent question. That is where I source all of my parts. Palmetto State Armory is an amazing source for AR-15 complete rifles, AR-15 parts. The lower parts kits particularly, they get them from Magpul. Those are amazing. The uppers are pre-assembled from specific manufacturers. Lots of different avenues for you on that. But Palmetto State Armory is definitely worth checking out. And if you have never given anything, check it out. Deploral says, yeah, I agree. I have metal AR lowers, but the polymer 80% Glocks seem pretty cool. Now, those do seem pretty cool. The 80% Glocks are intriguing to me. They do. You guys didn't think this was going to be this kind of classy gun show, did you? You didn't think that. You didn't see that coming. But there's a few companies out right now which are really neat, really cool. There's kind of a push towards. Have I ever shot a Dragunov? I have not shot a Dragunov. I would like to. James, what is my latest build? My latest build. Oh, I'm suffering on that. My latest build is probably my AR-15. I named him Freedom Eagle. That's the one in all my videos. Isn't that an oxymoron? Yes, it is an oxymoron, Ghost. Always on it. Always on it, Ghost. I love that. Concealed permits have increased before the political craziness. Big cities are getting worse, and the blight is spreading out in the suburbs, at least here. Was surprised to find out how many I know carry. That's true. I've just bought a Ruger AR-556, just looking for something higher quality. Any suggestions? That's a really good gun, I'm going to be honest. James says, yes, I watched it. Awesome, thank you, James. He was referring to my AR-15 where I upgraded the handguard and the... I've also got a muzzle brake I need to put on there. But the latest things I've done, the latest build is that one, that AR-15, which I need to do another one. How about the American Tactical 300 Blackout Omni Hybrid? Evan, that's an excellent question. 300 Blackout is not a high pressure round. You're not going to have as much pressure as a 5.56. So if I was going to do an Omni and I was going to do a hybrid, I would potentially do it in either a 45 carbine AR-15 or I would do it in a 300 Blackout because they're very similar from a pressure standpoint. But I would not do it in 5.56. Pro tip. Because 5.56 has great potential to break. Whew. Evan says thumbs up. No problem, Evan. Just pro tip. I just don't like the idea of plastic stuff like that. James says, I just finished a 300 pistol. That is freaking awesome. That's exciting. That is awesome. I love building AR-15s. It's like if I could build them all day and just sell them off to make no profit, I totally would. They're so much fun to build. Nah, maybe a little profit. Alright, so we are about 18 minutes into this live stream, so I got to do one more thing. I want to make a little announcement for you guys. I'm curious what you all think of this. My thoughts about AR pistols. Can you upgrade the accuracy of an old AK? You can, but you need a metalsmith, and it's not really worth it. AR pistols. I love AR pistols. They're kind of cool. I see them more as like a end of the world, kind of like, I've got an AR pistol. You did. They're neat and they're fun. I don't really need an AR-15 pistol in a 5.56 or a 223. I, however, would absolutely do it in a 300 Blackout because then you can get a longer full-size suppressor, 30 caliber suppressor, put it onto a home defense AR-15 with a shorter barrel, like 9 or 12 inches, and then you've got a full-size rail with a suppressor inside the rail and the barrel, and the whole thing is 300 Blackout and it's fully suppressed. I'm on it with that. That's money, and that's a really good pistol to have out in the woods if you're hunting hogs or something. Like some people bring pistols on their hip. I just bring an AR-15 300 Blackout. That's awesome. I'm gonna put the wine down. Hold on. All right. So one thing, I want to make another semi-announcement, but I also want to ask y'all's opinion on this. So I've got a product, and I'm not exactly sure how the market is going to receive it. I think it's a really cool idea, but what I want to do is I want to start a little program with all of my viewers all over. So I'm going to look for 5 people, and I want to send them this product, and you have to sign an NDA because I've made this product and it needs to be confidential, but I want to send you this product for free, and I want you to test it out, I want you to check it out, I want you to get your hands all over it, really tell me 100% feedback exactly what you think, and as a thank you, I'll let you keep it. So, if you are interested in doing that, and well, actually, before I do that, what do you guys think of that idea? Would you guys like to be beta testers for projects that I release before the public gets them, so you can give me feedback and you can help me build them? All right, Ghost Tactical says he's in, but I'd love to know if the rest of you guys are in. Santiago says I'm in. John Smith Jr., sign me up. Awesome. That's 3. James says, hell yeah, that's 4. That did not take long. I thought it was going to take longer than that. I got one more. Who's in? Lionel says, hell yes. And Kevin is just a silly pants. Evan Wild says, me. All right, guys, so what I want you to do, if you are still interested in doing that, and get your, I'm sorry you don't live in the USA, send me an email at live@langleyfirearmsacademy.com. That's live, L-I-V-E, at langleyfirearmsacademy.com. And we will coordinate stuff of that nature, because I want to get these in your hands, and I want to know, I think it's a great product. I think it's an amazing idea. I think it's a really cool idea, and it's going to surprise you, because this doesn't exist. And I want to send you exactly what it is. And you are correct, Deplorable, it is illegal in New York. I want to send you this product, and I want you to give me your honest-to-God thoughts. And then we'll go from there. And if it's a cool product, and it's a good product, and you guys think, then I will release it. And if not, I'll tweak it. So, Deplorable says, surprise, surprise, nothing in New York is allowed. That's very true, unless it's heroin or, you know, do all sorts of bad things in New York. Oh, the irony of government. Just saying. By the way, is it a surprise? You can share it. Like, what's it about? I can't tell you. I can't tell you yet because I want to make sure I get it right before I release it. But I promise you, when I release it, it will be on a live stream, and you guys will know exactly what it is before I put it up on the website, before I put it anywhere. So, I'm interested. I think that you guys will really like it. But, by the way, did I plug Grunt Style yet? I think I did. But I'm going to do it again if you're new to this stream. So, Grunt Style. These shirts, awesome freaking shirts. 10%. Check the comments field. Alright, Santiago asked me the email one more time. The email is live@langleyfirearmsacademy.com. Is a steel rod good for a PT-111 G2? I think steel rods and pistols are always a good idea. I don't think it's a bad idea to upgrade that rod, because it just adds stability to the firearm, makes it more reliable, and I just like it better. Polymer rods kind of like get all weird and bendy and stained. It's not cool. Jay Moore would have said yes, but don't know if it's usable to me. If you were in a gun-friendly state, it'll be fine. If you're in a questionable state, I wouldn't do it. James says, I'm ordering one tonight, the shirt. Well, if you do, make sure you use the link below, because you're helping the channel when you do that. And you get that 10% off too, so don't forget that code. But that's awesome. I'm glad I can help you guys out. Mason Parsons says, I'm here and I'm in Pennsylvania. Mason, you're always in Pennsylvania. No, wait, no, you're not. You're always in New Jersey, New Hampshire, Connecticut. Somewhere up there. Somewhere where there's no freedom. Wine break. Bam. Vermont, sorry. Yeah, they're kind of free. Vermont is this weird state where it's like, it's very like greeny Peace Corps stuff, but then you have guns. It's a very strange thing. I don't get it. James says, I will remember the Grunt Style. Thank you, James. But yeah, you guys, seriously, you guys will love this. Minnesota. What about Minnesota? I'll give you guys a hint. If you guys can have 30-round magazines for AR-15s in your state, you will qualify for this. If not, I can't send it to you. That's your hint. But I got some it's really cool. Mason's on vacation in Pennsylvania. Cool. Mike says he's in. Awesome. Well, Mike, just remember that email, live@langleyfirearmsacademy.com, and I'll put you guys all on a little email list, and then I'll go from there. Gintrit says, I can let you act classy tonight since I've had a dry-aged fancy meat and eggs for breakfast myself. Ghost, hell yeah. What is your take on 300 for deer hunting? James, excellent freaking question. Wait a minute, camera's over here. Excellent freaking question. I will be doing that a lot this year. Clovertack says, what's up, my brother? Clover, what's up, man? By the way, guys, if you're just joining, thank you so much for those of you who are my patrons on Patreon. That's huge. It's a small amount, but it's so helpful, and it's a pride. It was a pride thing for me why I didn't do it, because I didn't want to appear needy. But for you guys to jump in and help me out and really fund the channel, that was huge, and I appreciate every single one of you that did it. So thank you so much. But Clover, if you're just now joining, let me catch you up. We've got Grunt Style shirts, 10% off for any viewer. Link is in the description. Don't forget to use the code, and you get 10%. Okay, so the if it says an invalid email, Gorilla Ammo is pretty crazy. I'm going to look into that. The email is live@langleyfirearmsacademy.com. Jeffrey Lopez just signed up and donated. Thank you, Jeffrey. That's amazing. I appreciate that. 300. Go back to the 300 blackout ammo though. We are doing some really cool stuff. Oh, before I get to that, Clover, I'm going to do a beta test. I just remembered. Go see, look at you. Clover, I'm also doing a beta test for a product. So if you want to be in that beta test, basically my thank you is you look at it, you check it out, you tell me your honest to God feedback, then I let you keep it in exchange for the feedback on the product. So that's the idea. But that email is live@langleyfirearmsacademy.com. Langley is Langley. Just like my last name. But, guys, this is awesome. Can you torture it? I mean, if you want, that's totally up to me. I don't mind. That's totally cool. But you guys send me those emails, and once the emails come through, I'll put you guys in that that email chain or email block list kind of, and then any products I have or any like designs, I'll throw some designs your way, and then as a thank you, I'll send you something. But 300 blackout for deer, I'm going to be doing a lot of that this year. A lot, because I think one of the shining characteristics. California sucks. I should know I exist here. Sad but true. California only sucks in certain areas. Your weather is amazing, and I want to steal it. I'm stuck in a shotgun zone for deer hunting. Lost contact with people with land and rifle zones. That sucks. Sucks you have rifle zones. Oh man. Read my name. Oh man, you guys are silly sometimes. But the thing is with 300 blackout, before I get sidetracked beyond belief, 300 blackout, one of the shining characteristics is it takes an AR-15 in a mid-impact zone, a mid-strike zone from basically 0 to 200 yards, and when it gets in that point, you're in the kill zone effectively for a 300 blackout. So you can get 110 grain bullets. I have some of those. You can go all the way up to 220 grain for fully suppressed. Here in Georgia, it just became legal for us to suppress hunting rifles. Whoop. So I'm really excited about the 300 blackout. I really want to get out there and I want to hunt hogs with it and I want to hunt deer because I want to show that a simple change of an upper, which costs $300, makes a $700, $800 rifle of an AR-15 into a hunting rifle. Then you take that upper off and you put the 5.56 upper on, and now you've got a plinking rifle or a battle rifle. The versatility is there, and I actually just did a video on this. The versatility is there. It's amazing. The 300 blackout, it gets a lot of crap because people just don't, in my opinion, they just don't get it. They don't understand the benefit of that round. And to turn an AR-15 for $300 into a hunting rifle that you can switch back and forth, and it uses the exact same accessories, uses the exact same pieces, everything. All the key components, same bolt carrier group, same bolt, same trigger group, lower parts kit, everything. It's identical. The only thing that changes is that barrel. So you just change that upper, and you've got a fully different rifle with a fully different caliber. And it's amazing. It's so cool, and that's what I'll be hunting with. I'll make a lot of videos. That's why I was asking you guys last week, what do you guys think of me talking about cartridges and using them effectively in the field from hunting? And that's one of the cartridges I'll be doing. Ghost Tactical says 300 blackout suppressed is so awesome to shoot. It is awesome to shoot. Like nothing happens. It's like you're like it's the coolest thing ever. And it's a 30 caliber round. It's the same diameter as a 308. You can load 220 grain bullets, which again is the same as a 308 or a 30-06. So freaking cool. And if you're hunting in the eastern seaboard, everything is within 0 to 200 yards, so it doesn't matter anyway. You don't need a 308 for that. My SBR will cycle a 650 SPS hand load, and it is movie quiet. Yes, it is. That is the 300 blackout talk. By the way, my son said he wants to be in the hunting video. All right, Lionel is actually in Macon. He's about an hour and a half south of Atlanta, and he has said that I can come hunt hogs with him. So the only criteria apparently now is a son has to be in the videos, which I'm cool with that. I don't care. That's awesome. I would love to get some hogs down in Georgia because driving to Texas, 12-hour drive, 1-hour drive, get more hunting time in. But that's my thoughts on 300 blackout. I am a 300 blackout junkie. Just saying. Oh yeah, the click of the trigger for 300, good for hogs? Yes it is. 300 blackout is excellent for hogs. Wasn't read on the email. What is it? The email is live@langleyfirearmsacademy.com. That's my generic connect email. But anybody, if you guys are watching live, if you're also watching the playback, because about 1,000 to 2,000 people watch these live episodes versus playbacks. So send the email through. I'd love to get you in that email group so I can just say, hey, these guys are willing to do this kind of stuff, and boom, boom, boom. Everyone gets happy stuff. Everyone gets happy feedback, news, everything good. You get some products, which is pretty cool. So, really, really cool stuff. Really excited. Amped. Wine break. Bam! Oh, I'm also drinking Cabernet, because I'm a fancy guy. Alright. Is there any fragmenting 5.56 or 7.62 by 39 round? I've seen it on pistols, but not on rifles. There are fragmenting rounds. For 5.56 and 2.23, you can basically get fragmentation rounds, which are called varmint rounds. They're very thin shells on the front and a little bit thicker on the back, and basically on impact they just go. They're made for hunting coyotes and for prairie dogs. That is their main function. Oh man. My state, Ohio, has limited calibers for hunting. We can only use straight wall cartridges, 353 through 50 max. What would you suggest for deer? 353. That's around a 9mm. The fragmentation round is called a varmint round. If you look up, oh my God, the company, Nosler makes some great ones. Need to get you on one of the CloverTech pipe and smoking jacket. It really cleans up the place. 357, I mean. Okay, so what I would look into is a lever gun, 30-30. I just had someone like my Facebook page. This is so cool. I can see it all going on right now. It's so neat. I think that was Santiago in here. No problem, Gizmo. Check out a 30-30 and make sure that diameter is the right diameter. I'm pretty sure it might be a little small. It might be a 308. 4570, I mean, that will take down like a grizzly bear. I mean, if you're hunting a deer with that, that deer is gonna, like, wherever you hit is gonna just go poof. I mean, 4570 is the hell of a round. That is a beast. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so the hunting for that zone, if you can do a 30 caliber bullet, do a 300 blackout. If you can do a 300 caliber bullet, no, that's a straight. You gotta be a straight wall cartridge. Oh man, that sucks. James, a cannon won't be any meat left on a 4570. It's totally true, Ghost. 30-30 is a 308. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking when I said it. I was like, I think I just did that wrong. Well, what you can do, here's what you can do. You can get, Ever, what's up, man? Going back to the hunting with straight wall cartridges, what you can do is you can get a Henry Langley firearms. Oh, okay, so that's the problem. Someone was just saying I can't send an email. It's live with the @ symbol, not live at. It's a full email address. Live at langleyfirearmsacademy.com, not AT. 4570 would be too much. Shot one the other day, and Henry was a beast. Yeah, so what you can do, if you got to be a 357 or above, get a 357, like a Henry lever action. That's a straight wall cartridge. That's a lever action rifle. It's a good brush rifle, and it's also got distance about 200-300 yards. That's actually probably a good answer. That's a good answer. Or you could do, no, you couldn't do a 338 Lapua because that's got a throat, a neck and a throat, or a shoulder and a neck of the cartridge. Couldn't do that. Yeah, what I would honestly do, I would do a Henry lever action, or just look into that. Plus, Henrys are all American made. It's a great gun. CloverTech too much? What? Like a 4570? 4570 is too much for a freaking whitetail. Just being real. I mean, I know you guys are in Texas, but whitetails are freaking huge there. But I'm just saying. James, I haven't researched it, but I've heard the 30-30 is equivalent to a 300. Yeah, it's a 30 caliber bullet. I can't, words. What about a 10 millimeter? A 10 millimeter, you could do that. You could do that. I'll be honest, a 10 millimeter is a pistol round. If you did a carbine in 10 millimeter, it'd be interesting. I don't know if it'd be worth it. If you could hunt a deer with a pistol, and you've got it like that, I mean, go team. But I don't think, if you can't hunt a rifle, like with a rifle that's not a straight wall cartridge of over a certain amount, I don't think they're gonna let you hunt with a pistol. But I don't know. James says ballistics. Not sure if that was a question mark, James, or if that was just, you're just saying ballistics. Wine break. Tasty. Grunt Style t-shirt. Amazing. Discount. Description box. Just saying. Oh, man. 30 to 300. Yep, same thing. What kind of wine? What's with the wine? Well, see, Clover, if you were on time, sir, you would know. Oh, the bottle's inside. It's Yellowtail. It's a cheap wine from Canada, from Australia. So the wine is, we had a rough week this week. America's going through some stuff. We got some, like, puberty action happening. So, I just wanted a glass of wine. And every once in a while I say wine break. I think it's funny. So, I just had just a long week. Some of us have lives burn. Wow, that was intense, Clover. I'm feeling a little like my snowflakes. My snowflake life is I'm melting right now. And yes, Ghost, Yellowtail is awesome. It's a cheap wine, it's a good wine, it's a delicious wine. And I actually watched something, total rabbit trail. I watched something on alcohol, and wine is like really good for your heart. Not just good for your heart, really good for your heart. And the reason why is because it opens up your capillaries of your whole body, and it lets it just flow, and it flushes out all the crap, like cholesterol and stuff. So, that was cool. I was like, that's actually rather interesting. I just got an excuse to drink wine. It's pretty awesome. Whew, man. James says, hell yeah, $10. Yes, Yellowtail is $10, and it's awesome. Mine was actually $11, but whatever. Who cares, right? Yeah, I got one of those big bottles, but it's delicious. I love cabs. Clover says, like a cleanse. Yes, that's true. Holy hell, not smart enough for those words. I don't know what words I said that were so smart. I don't think I said any smart words. I may have. I don't know. It's been a long day already. But I'll tell you the truth, I was driving home today and I was like, oh man, I'm going to do a live stream tonight because I love chatting with you. Oh, crapulary. Yeah, that is a big word, isn't it? I was driving home and I was like, man, I get to do a live stream tonight because it's Saturday. That's freaking awesome. Oh man, I love these live streams. They're so much fun. It's so cool for me to talk to you guys who watch my videos. It's awesome. Alright, John says, doesn't work if it's Jack Daniels. That's very true. Jack Daniels does not open the capillaries the same way. That's true. Live streams rock hard. They do rock hard. They are addicting. I was trying to explain to one of my buddies why I love doing these so much and how I can't hang up. Because if you've been on any of the live streams, I've done about 6 or 7 of them, I'll start talking to people in the live stream and I'll be like, okay, I got 5 more minutes. And then at the 5-minute mark, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just keep going. And they always end up being like 70 minutes long, and I only mean them to be like 25 minutes long, but I'm already at 40 minutes, and it doesn't even touch me on a standpoint of like, you gotta get off, it's awesome. Ghost Tactical stream, burn. Ghost Tactical's got a stream, huh? Alright. Wine break. Oh, wait, hold on. Any reds without vinegar aftertaste over time starts tasting good, then think of salad dressing. Ugh. Clover says I gotta do at least an hour. Do I ever get to the point where it feels awkward? No. Damn, that's cold. Sorry, man. Ready for the eclipse? I am ready for the eclipse. Really hoping, like, you know, aliens don't come out from behind the sun and, like, invade us. That'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it? The only reason I say that is I've actually heard a lot of talk about, like, aliens are coming because the eclipse is here and the planets are doing stuff. Like, what? Clover's that. Guns, food, wine, a little bit of everything. That's right. I am a multifaceted, talented man. Evertina and cool. That's right, and cool. Oh, wine is so scrumptious. So, aliens. Aliens would be cool. I'd be like, are you friend or foe? Because that would suck. I think it would be suck to fight aliens. I put a new lens on my welding hood. That's kind of cool. The planets have been doing stuff for many years. Yeah, they've been doing stuff. It's sad that you sit in on my chat. You guys are just silly. So, I'll tell you this, guys. What do you guys think of this? I'm actually curious because I did a video. I filmed it last night and I edited it last night as well, and I'll be putting it out tomorrow. I'm curious what you guys think of this title or this topic. So, have you guys noticed that there are almost like every other week there's a new cartridge coming out for an AR-15? Have you guys noticed that? I'm just curious. Please type. What the heck would aliens want with our screwed up planet? Sadly, I would stay far away if it were me. That's a good point. We got some issues we're working out. Hey, we're just teenagers. We're young. We're trying to figure it out. We fight a lot. It's a thing. We will get there eventually. And stuff. What rounds for aliens? Ooh, this is a fun conversation. Oh, I'm gonna think they need a 300 blackout. That's for close range, of course. And then for the occasional alien assassination, I'm gonna go with a 338 Lapua from a minimum of 1,000 yards. I think that's a good anti-alien round. I'm digging it. And of course, the battle rifles have to be 5.56. I mean, you have to do 5.56. We can let, like, the Russians, they can do their half an AK-47, and we can do our half an AR-15, and we'll see who meets in the middle first. Hopefully we don't get lasered, because that would suck. Ghost Tactical, hell yeah, 1,500 yards. That's right, 338 Lapua. Aliens won't even know it's coming. Technology this. Ooh, our Barrett 50 cal, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of neat, wouldn't it? How many aliens you got? Man, I got 20,000. I go hand to hand. They are probably not used to primitive weapons either. Clover. See, that's the thing. Like, they're these advanced humans, right? Or advanced aliens or whatever. That's the idea. Like, so I can't shoot them with lasers and like tech and radar and everything, but I can punch them with my fist and win. Hulk smash. Wine break. Brandon Rivers says, I'm building a 300 blackout right now. That's awesome. I love building 300 blackouts, man. You know the other thing I love doing? I love loading a 300 blackout. I love reloading. It's the most fun thing ever. Guys, no reaction from my videos, my video requests about all the different cartridges for AR-15. You guys haven't noticed that? I can't believe it. What 80% have you done? I haven't done any 80%. Come on, guys, talk to me. Cartridges. Am I the only one that notices that there are new cartridges for the AR-15 every 4 minutes? I mean, like, I'm the only one, like 300 blackout, 25, 45 sharps, 22 nozzler. The ammo for 300 blackout has gone down as well. Yeah, all ammo's down. Bottom of the market right now. Buy it. I'm telling you, bottom of the market right now. That's where I'm buying all my stuff. I just got 1,500 rounds for like $250. Go team. It is such an easy platform to do it on, yes. Mark 19 AGL. Oh, wow. Getting fancy on me, Ghost. Makes sense. What other rifle is more versatile? He's talking about the AR-15. Yes, the AR-15 has something new every day. And somebody says, awesome. How many different AR calibers do you have? How many do I have? That's an excellent question. I have an AR-15 in 5.56, which obviously shoots 223 as well, so that counts as 2. Then I have a 300 blackout. Buffer, there goes Wi-Fi again. Oh, I'm sorry, Jay Moore. I'm actually on Wi-Fi, so I'm good. I promise. I'm sending out a strong signal. Here's the thing, and this I want to know if you guys think this is interesting. I put out a video last night on the differences between 25-45 sharps, 300 blackout, and 22 nozzler, and why all these rounds are coming together. Like, why they keep coming out at constant intervals. Do you guys think that's interesting? Is that something that you guys are into, or is it just kind of like, whatever? I'm just curious. I have been noticing the trend, extremely interested in the 25-45 sharps. Excellent point. 25-45 sharps is a very interesting caliber. And I'll get into a little bit more of this. I really like this conversation, so it's a lot of fun to have. But I'd love to know you guys' feedback on that idea, because the video will come out tomorrow, and I'm just curious what you guys think, because I was like, will they like this? Will they not like this? Am I shooting into the wind here? Grunt style plug, description box. That's really fun to do. My wife says I have enough guns, but I don't think uppers count, right? Correct! That's exactly what I was going to say, Somni. Uppers don't count, guns are only the lower. Santiago says, yeah, I'd be interested. Rick says, I have one and it hits hard. I was surprised. That's right, 300 Blackout does. It's so easy finding bulk 300 Blackout ammo. Yes, it is. And I love this stuff. I love it so much. Alex says, we love your content, man. Keep it up. Thank you, Alex. I have got so much stuff coming down the pipe. So much great stuff. So much goodness. It's just a matter of time, a matter of getting it filmed and edited. It's just like, I will crank it out slowly over time, but lots of really, really awesome stuff coming your way. So, have you guys ever seen 300 Blackout converted, or a 223 shell or a 5.56 shell casing into 300 Blackout? Have you ever seen that done? I'm curious. Let me know. 458 SOCOM, what 300 Blackout wishes it could be. That's totally true. That's a straight-walled cartridge you can hunt a deer with. Is Blackout worth it if it's not suppressed? For hunting, 100%. 100%. What 7.62 caliber will the military go with? I honestly don't know. I don't know. I think they're leaning more 6.8. I don't think they're going to go with 300 Blackout. I just don't. 458 is not a straight wall, isn't it? Isn't 458 the real short, stubby one with a straight wall? I thought 458 was. Which one am I thinking of? I'm thinking of a 50 Beowulf. My mistake. I apologize. That's my fault. 50 Beowulf is what I was thinking of. Shot 300 Blackout Remington Subsonic. It was very quiet. It is very quiet. It's awesome. So, the 300 Blackout, converting it, I'm thinking about doing a video on this, and I've been meaning to do it for months. I want to show you guys step by step how to convert 5.56 shells into 300 Blackout. Because I think that's a very interesting conversion, and it allows you to do it at home. And reloading is one of my passion points. Like, making your own ammo saves you money, gives you precision on accuracy, saves you the ability, it gives you the ability to completely customize your rounds. It's amazing. Reloading is the best thing ever. I recommend everyone to do it. Yeah, Gizmo says cut and trim. It does. Do it with no electricity, I dare you. I've already done it with no electricity. Boom! I don't do it in mass without electricity, but I have done it without electricity. I have all my tools that are hand grinders if I need them. So, one of the things that 300 Blackout, yeah, it is a cut and trim, but it's also, you have to cut and trim, you have to chamfer both sides, you have to go ahead and resize it, and then from there, it deprimes it at the same time it resizes it, and then you've got an actual working case. But it's pretty cool. You gotta cut, you gotta trim it, chamfer it, resize it, then you got it. But it's really, really cool, and it's an interesting process. It is, and I think I mentioned this on an earlier stream. I'm going to start doing a little bit more of the bullet personalities. I think actually Ghost, I think you actually watched one of the bullet personality ones where I just did a real quick video of how I reload this specific round. It was actually a 300 Blackout. And you left some pretty cool comments. You said it was really cool, and you said it was a unique way, and you were going to steal it, which I was like, all right, I guess I'll go with okay. All right, my friend just brought an RRA 458 SOCOM. What are your thoughts? 458 SOCOM is a tremendous round. I size, turn a quarter, and size again. You need a lot of patience converting 223 to 300. Looks like a lot of room for error. It's actually not a lot of room for error. It's just a very specific measurement. That's it. That's it. It's not a lot of big deal. There's jigs that are available that cost like $7, and I have a jig. I cut it the exact same rate, and then I trim it out, and then I chamfer it. It's really not that hard. Best budget reloader press. I like my Lee. I just have a Lee hand loader, like a little bench loader. $150 for the entire kit. Lee Classic Turret Press, that's exactly what I have. I don't have the actual spinning turrets, but I have the individual hand loader just because I wanted to learn how to make it. But now that I know how to make the rounds, I know how to do it right, and where I'm not going to die, then I can go ahead and get a Dillon or something and do mass production. How is an 8.5-inch barrel for a 300 Blackout? It's fine. The 300 Blackout is it doesn't really need more than a pistol gas system. Mine has a mid-length gas system, but pistol's fine. 8.5 is fine. I just got in. Where have you trained at or learned from? I actually trained at a gun range where I worked for 2 years, and I trained myself from there. What about cast lead 300? I don't do cast lead. I like doing copper bullets. Zachary says thanks. No problem, Zachary. If you guys are new, I've got wine this live episode, and it is time for a wine break. Scrumptious. Clover says cast works fine. Make my own in 230 grain subs. Oh, it's not a question of do they work. They absolutely work. I just don't use lead bullets. I just use copper plated just to prevent the lead exposure because I have very young children. And I know it's a complete preference on lead and it's minimal exposure. There is no slur, James. Sir, I've only had one. I haven't even had a full glass of wine. Like, I'm 250 pounds. Do I look like a small dude? Come on now, James. But it's the lead cast. It's just the cast off. I don't like that with my children. That's all. No big deal. It still works perfectly fine though. What's your favorite beer, liquor to enjoy on a summer evening? Oh, I might blow your mind with this. I'm not sure if you guys all have this throughout the United States. Just got to be safe, adequate ventilation, gloves, etc. Oh, 100%. Absolutely 100%. It's just a matter of why risk for a very small amount. Ghost Tactical says Crown. That's a great drink. I got one better, in my opinion. And you guys can feel free to argue with me on this. There is a drink out of South Carolina. It's a liquor. It's called Firefly. It is a sweet tea flavored vodka. Sounds weird. It's amazing. You get the sweet tea flavored vodka called Firefly. Then you put that in lemonade. It is refreshing. It is delicious. You cannot taste the vodka, and it will put you flat on your butt without you knowing it's coming. It's fantastic. It's really, really good. I recommend it wholeheartedly. And on a summer night, you got the lemonade thing, got the sweet tea thing, got the vodka thing, money in the bank. All right, George says, what's a good age to start training children to shoot? Honestly, it's up to the parents' preference. Sam Adams is my favorite beer, Alex. Zachary says that drink sounds amazing. It is amazing. James, Yingling beers, they supported Trump. It's true, Yingling's a good beer. It's a little watery for me. Every kid is different. Exactly, Gizmo, that's where I was going. So every kid is different. It's up to the parent. Honestly, I think that's the parent's responsibility. I think there's more responsibility on the parent than there is on... Mike sent the email. Thank you, Mike. I think there's more responsibility on the parent than the actual child, obviously. I'm going to teach my children later in life than most people will. I'll probably start teaching my kids past the age of 10. I'm thinking 12 to 13. Just because I don't need to start them early. There's no need to incorporate the risk myself for the children. I want to make sure they understand exactly what's happening, and I don't think you can really do that until you're a little bit older. Ghost started his daughter at 13, and I think 13 is a good age. I think 13, your brain is starting to change a little bit. You're starting to understand you have an impact around you. That's my own personal belief. And I won't take my children hunting until they're a little bit older, probably 15, 16, maybe 14, I don't know. Gizmo says mine is 7. In Scouts, they do a lot of BB shooting. That's a good way to teach fundamentals. BB shooting is awesome, because BB shooting, an accident happens, no one dies, and that's a great one. Clover says, gotta start them earlier with toy guns even. The gun thing doesn't really bother me. Clover says my expertise is youth. I have no problem with the gun thing. It's just a matter of I want to make sure they understand what's happening. So if a child is 9 years old, 8 years old, and they have a little bit more maturity and they understand what's happening, I won't mind. But the more immature, it's really kid by kid basis, to be completely honest with you. Santiago likes Heineken, but PBR is his beer. I've had PBR. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite. I like dark beers. I'm all about me some Sam Adams. Love me some Sam Adams. The little variety packs they come out with, like the 16 packs of variety, where it's all different seasonal beers and it's always different. That's really cool. I love that. Shinerbach is a good beer. I've heard that's popular here in Georgia as well. Ghost Tactical brings out the Shinerbach. Mike E. Dad took me hunting at 10, made me clean a deer, freaked me out for life. At 10 years old, that's a lot. That's a lot to process. That's a lot. I would, in my own personal life, I would actually clean the deer myself and have my son watch. Clover tack, they need to be able to grasp calibers, actions, etc., at least a little, but exposure needs to start very early. You can expose them without putting them in their hands. 100%. My son's already touched an AR-15. Shinerbach, James likes Shinerbach. Wine break. I like the wine thing, that's good. My thought is that I don't want to have to make an association between toy and gun, so I'm thinking no toy guns. I'm not going to, I can't get into that argument. I mean, it's your child, it's your responsibility. I'm going to go with your call. Your Instagram is not good, let's follow each other. My Instagram is not good, 100% honest. Clover tack, you just need to buy one of those helmets for your wine. I like Sam Adams Boston Lager. That's a good beer. It's a good beer. I'll tell you though, one of my like treat beers, if it's like really cold out and I want a good like deep earth beer, like really like dark beer, I won't go Guinness because that's like bread in a cup. Not a fan. What I will do is I will go with Killian's Irish Red. That is a very dark beer. It's a very caramel beer. It's delicious. What's your favorite red dot? My favorite red dot is my Vortex Spark 2. I love that thing. Make a differentiation between the toys and guns and other toys. Make them keep in a different place, box, etc. Teach them to be responsible with the weapon. That makes sense. But again, because I have kids, I'm a little bit more subjective. I'm like, hey, y'all's call. You guys do what you do. I'm over here. I got my own kids. We do what we do. Need to watch Clover Tack show on Wednesday. It's all about youth shooting and archery. Good stuff. That's actually a good call. I don't do a lot of youth stuff. My kids aren't of that age yet. Somebody says thanks. I don't know if that was to me or someone else, but either way, cool. Thanks is awesome. We like thanks. Ever shot a CZ Scorpion Evo? I have not. I want to, but I have not. The thing about that pistol is it's so, like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a Klob from 007 GoldenEye, like the N64 little game. When I was a kid, the Klob was like a little submachine gun. I was like, and the Evo Scorpion reminds me so much of that gun. I don't know why that sticks out of my brain so much. Gizmo says he picked one up last year and SBR'd it. Loves it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So if you guys are not familiar, an Evo Scorpion is basically a pistol with a little bit longer, except Glock mags, you can put another stock on it. I've always wondered, when you're training new people, do you get nervous and think this person may be crazy and try to shoot me? No, I do not, because I have full control over the gun. That does not bother me. At any point in time, there's only one gun in the booth with me. I never have more than one gun. There's only one gun loaded, and I always have my ability to touch it. Have you ever been in a situation where you're close to using your CCW or have thought of it? No, I have not. And thank God for that. I have a mentality, the way that I teach my clients, and anybody, my YouTube audience, whatever, my mentality is just saying. Hold on a second. Thought I would get laughed at saying Killian's. I like a good red. No, Killian's is awesome. I don't care who laughs at me. It's delicious. My philosophy on having a concealed carry weapon, it's there if I need it. It's as simple as it is. If I am in a situation where I feel threatened, the first reaction I'm going to have is to back up. I will try my best to get out of it. Funny Gaming, can I get a shout out? Sure, Funny Gaming, there you go. You've been shouted out. My first instinct is to try to back up. I don't want to kill anybody. Would you carry 2 concealed weapons? Depends on the scenario, but I might. I agree, I hope I never have to use mine, that's right. Funny, thank you. My go-to beer is Stella Artois. Very good, I even said it right. Funny Gaming, I love you. Funny Gaming, I like you. If I have to, one of the things I train my clients on, if I have to pull my gun, I'm shooting my gun. That's it. Would I rather open or conceal carry all day? I'm not in the business of making myself a target for somebody who's going to try to shoot me first. I'm just not going to do it. My philosophy on concealed carry weaponry is very, very straightforward. If there's a threat big enough for me to pull my gun, I'm going to use my gun. And I will use it to full effect and very effective. But I'm not going to use it lightly. And the firearms are never, ever, ever a threat weapon. Because the second that you pull a gun out like this, you have now escalated the entire experience. Everything is now, you are the aggressor at that point because you have the highest threat level. Someone can charge you, someone can pull out their gun, and you're in a firefight. Do not pull it. Keep it in your holster until you need to pull it. If I pull, this is the way it looks if I pull that gun. I train for this all the time. If I have a need and someone's coming at me, boom, 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 boom. You're getting 2 in the chest, and you're getting 1 in the head. What's my carry gun? A Springfield XDM. Favorite carry gun? Springfield XDM. I open carry in Vegas. Not a bad deal. What in the waistband holster do you use? Do you have any recommendations? There is a really, really good company. Yes, you can ask a question about crimping 223. My brother-in-law actually runs a company, one of the best holster companies in the United States, called Black Point Tactical. They make really good holsters. No problem giving him a shout out because he's married to my sister, and so if you support them, you support my sister, my family, good, go team. Really, really good holsters. But if I pull this gun like this, I'm not kidding you, it's going to be from here, I'm firing right here, and then I'm firing there. I'm just working my way up your torso into your head range. You're not going to sue me because you came at me. It's over. Sorry. Exactly, brother. I'd rather run or give up my possessions. Last thing I want to do is shoot someone. Well, I have to, though. Yeah. Is it possible to overcrep a 223? Yes, it is. Safari Land, not bad for the price. That's true, but it's kind of mass-produced and it's not really custom. You can overcrimp a 223. You want to do a light crimp. What caliber do I use? I have a 9mm and a 40 cal. I am deadly effective with both. I don't care about which caliber it is. Either one I have on me is going to do the job, I promise. And I don't need 17. If I need 17 rounds, something very bad went down. Like, bad. Like I'm in a Call of Duty game or something, because if I use 17 rounds, either I'm not trained properly, or I need to make a lot of noise, or something went down. Like there's like 7 people. In which case I hope I would still have like 10 rounds left. I give or take 2 for, you know, nervousness. But yes, you can overcrimp a 223, and if you overcrimp it when you crank it down, if you overcrimp that 223 in reloading, it actually makes it harder for the shell to release, and then the bullet will actually build pressure and blow up potentially. Yes, you're a good shot. Watched many of your events. I appreciate that, James. Thank you. And the crazy thing is, like, a lot of people will think that, like a lot of people that I meet on a day-to-day basis, think that what I have is this undeniable skill that you just can't do it, no one can, it's crazy. It's not true. Anybody can practice, 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 and you can get there. It's easy to do, you just need to spend the time and devote the time to it. That's it. That's the main thing. And it's not something unobtainable. One Spanish police officer took out 4 terrorists that went down. Yeah, in Barcelona. Absolutely. If you're well trained, that's all it is. It's just don't be a yahoo with a gun and you don't know how to use it. And that's it. It's pretty much it. Jay Moore says zombies. Yeah, watch out for zombies. Like the zombie thing goes down, I feel pretty good about it going down. Like if it goes down, I'm pretty successful with it. I feel like, you know, my AR-15 is like straight up nasty. Freedom Eagle, as I call him. He's awesome. You just like stab him in the face if you want, or you can like shoot him. But it depends which kind of zombies though. But before I get into that, wine break. Save one last sip. So, you know, if they're like the World War Z zombies that are like bouncing around and running like Mach 3, crazy. I don't know about that. Gizmo, if zombies went down, my luck would be some fast-moving smart zombies. Right. James, I am not slurring. That is just insulting. Attach a K-bar to your AR-15 for the zombies. I like that. How far would you push a 30-06 on big game for an effective kill? 400 yards. Mike E, refill, right. What apocalyptic situation would you... I didn't read that one. Dang it. I think it was apocalyptic rifle. Apocalyptic rifle would be a 5.56. All day. 10mm for zombies, yeah, that's overkill. Learn it. That's just too much overkill, man. Like 10mm? Come on, it's a hard round to find. Okay, now I'm starting to like slur a little bit. James, you made me self-conscious. If you are doing 10mm, you can't find the ammo as much. It's overkill, and it's a lot more recoil. Just get a 22. Like pew, 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 pew. That's what I would do. But I'm just a guy. Just a guy out here in Georgia waiting for the zombie apocalypse. Overkill, yes, but fun, yes, I agree. Santiago. Okay, cool. Santiago, I will respond to you via Facebook if it's not working with email. Nathan DeLong, do you like women? Yes, my wife would agree I like women. That'd be interesting. First gay gun YouTuber. I can see it now. 22LR suppressed. That's a good move. That way the zombies don't hear it coming. I like that. This is fun. I love these things. See, like I told you earlier, it's about a communication, just a relationship. We're already at 63 minutes. I always set up a little rig where I charge my phone before this happens because I'm just like, I never know how long these things are going to go. Would you rather use a reticle scope or a red dot with a magnifier? Depends which gun I'm on. If I'm on long range setups, like 30-06 and 308, all day reticle scope. If I'm on my 5.56 or 300 blackout, all day long I'm going with the red dot. Because those rounds I don't need anything else. Because the 5.56, you can shoot 300-400 yards pretty accurately with just a red dot. 300 blackout suppressed for zombies, true silence. That's pretty good. Mike says, I like that. 300 blackout suppressed. Alright, am I a veteran? I am not a veteran, Nathan. I am not at all. I have a deep respect for veterans, but that's not, I never served military time. I just never did. I got into the gun world from the civilian side, kind of worked my way through, and now I'm where I am. Pretty cool. What gun would you use, a Remington or a Mark 14? I don't know. What kind of gun are we talking about here? I need more. I need more than this funny. This is so cool. I love talking to you guys. I love doing this. We shot 500 yards, no scope in the Marines. Wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, it's not fun, but you could do it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Does Georgia recognize SCCPP now? I think so. I have to research that. Nathan says, I seem like a badass Navy SEAL or something. I am like the fattest Navy SEAL ever, but I appreciate the compliment. That's an awesome compliment. Have I ever shot Adam Arms AR? I never have. I've seen them, but I've never shot them. Have you shot the XTE from Springfield? I have not actually shot a live fire. I have dry fired it at the Springfield booth at the NRA show. Very interesting shooting a Springfield with an external hammer. That's kind of interesting without it being a 1911. I'm kind of like, how do I feel about this? I just don't know. Like, I mean, that's actually one of my things. Whenever I see that lineup and I see the XTE, I'm kind of like, do I like it? Do I not like it? I don't know. What do you think about Daniel Defense? Overpriced or worth it? Completely overpriced, in my opinion. What's your dream exotic sports car? I don't really have one. Is that bad? Like, is that bad? I'd buy when they make a 40 cal. It's not a bad 40 cal gun, the Springfield XDE. That's not bad. That's a pretty good thing. James says, not sure the palm safety. That's actually one of the things I like the most. Being an instructor, having that palm grip safety or the beaver tail on the back, it allows me to critique clients and say, hey, if you don't hold this gun right, it's not going to fire. And so it reinforces correct positioning of the hands. So I really like that aspect. It's also good from a safety standpoint because that functions as kind of a safety. I have young children, so their hands aren't big enough to grasp both, and it's kind of a dual support for me. Ghost says makes you have a good grip. Exactly, that's the idea. So like, if you can have a good grip and reinforce good fundamentals, that's huge. I was actually talking to a guy who brings in like Navy SEALs and Marines, like SOCOM snipers, all this kind of stuff, right? Marine snipers. Have you seen the SIG P320 firing when dropped? I feel bad for SIG. Yeah, I feel bad for SIG because they just got the military contract. That's why I feel bad for SIG. I mean, I never got that gun. Like, I never purchased it, and the reason I didn't purchase it is because it's a striker fire weapon from a external hammer fire company, and I'm kind of like, we're gonna let that one play out a little bit, and here we are. That's a problem. That's a big problem because SIGs, you do not pay a little amount of money for SIG. It's a lot of amount of money. I completely forgot what I was saying. What do you think of the CZ75 platform as duty home defense pistol? It's a good pistol. I have no problem with it. Lornit says, tried the P320, no like. I personally did not like it. That doesn't mean it's a bad pistol. I'm sorry, Nathan, I didn't see that last one. The thing with the CZ, I don't like how shallow the slide is. Like, they put the barrel recessed in the platform, like deeper in the grip, like not the grip, inside the frame almost, like the barrel's almost in the frame. So it gives you a lower bore axis. So when you're firing like this, it's closer to your hands, so it's a little more natural, it's a little more accurate. Personally, it doesn't make the gun more accurate, it just makes it more comfortable in your hand. What do you think about the Vepr ban that happened a little bit ago? It's stupid. I don't think they should ban guns like that. Funny, see you later. He's getting out of here, gotta go. But the CZ75, the thing is, I don't like how shallow that slide is. And so when I go to rack it, it's hard to rack, and I don't like that because I have big old hands. And for it to be as recessed as it is inside that frame, something about that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't like that. That's my own personal opinion. I'm allowed to have personal opinions. But CZ guns are fine guns. I'm not saying they're bad guns. It's just not my preference. That's the only thing. Have you had any issues using 300 blackout on a 223 magazines? I've heard people that alter the PMags. Yeah, you can do that, but I haven't had any issues. If you were in a room, Jeffrey Dahmer, I don't know. Ricky says, I hear you. Mike, I have an older cousin to the 320, the 250, and like the dowel trigger with the revolver trigger. It's not a bad gun. That's a good gun. It's just the 320, though, with the striker fire. I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I missed the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. I missed that. You can type it again. Sorry, bro. And while you're typing that, I'm going to get some wine again. Because if you're new to this live stream tonight, we had a rough week this week in the world. We had Barcelona, we had Charlottesville, we had like troopers dying in helicopters, which sucks. People getting run by cars. Ugh. just sucked as a week. People on the internet are like, we need to look up guns. Have you shot a Walther PPQ M2? I have not. Did you hear about the new form for suppressors the ATF will be using to cut the wait time to 3 or 4 weeks? That would be really cool. I live 20 minutes from Seville. It was crazy here. I'm sure it was, Santiago. I'm sure it was. Several police officers killed this week as well. You know, the thing is, where we're at as a country is we're at a pivot point, and we're flexing back and forth, and we're fighting with each other, and we don't need to be. That's right. The crazy guns conservative guy on a YouTube channel about guns is saying don't fight. I understand both sides. I understand both sides are very passionate about it. I understand each one has their pros and cons. Each one has their own grievance. It's not even necessarily about love. I'm going to be honest, George. He says we need more love. It's not necessarily about love. It's just about understanding there are people different than you. 12 gauge shotgun home defense round. I like the number 4 buck. I like 006 buck. Or 006. What do you do for a living? For a living, I do this YouTube channel, and I also work at Apple. I work for Apple, and that gives me my health care, gives me a real steady paycheck, so when YouTube cuts my demonetization, or demonetizes my channel, I'm still okay. Joseph, enjoy your channel. Have a good one, man. Thank you, Joseph. I hope you have a lovely night. It's about 2 things, respect and personal responsibility. Yes, it is. I agree completely. And, you know, you get into the area of, well, if you don't agree, then you're supporting the white nationalists. No, I'm not. Well, if you don't agree, then you're supporting the lefties. No, I'm not. You don't need to be an asshole. You don't need to be an asshole. Stop fighting as assholes. Everyone else is like, stop it. They're like crazy brother-in-laws or brothers at the party. We're like, guys, would you just stop fighting for like 2 minutes? The rest of us are trying to have a great party and be free. And, you know, it's just like, guys, you're not going to bring us into this. You will not. The middle class, like the middle of the group, will not come in. The extremes can fight all they want. The middle will not move. Because we are rational. We're not going to get sucked into it. And that's the way I look at it. What is the longest shot you ever took and hit? About 300-400 yards. Beer stuff. I mean, beer? Wow, deer. All right, James, I'm starting to see your point about drinking and live streaming. It's a problem. I'm not drunk, but I can't talk sometimes. I just don't understand, honestly. I get it. Neo-Nazis, conservative groups, normal white people were resisting taking down a freaking statue. Mike E., my father retired after 30 years in law enforcement. So glad he's walked away now. Amen. I would hate to have a family in there. Santiago says the wine is getting to me. The wine is not getting to me. It's hard to talk on a live stream. The cure for speech slurs with more wine. I'm not slurring. I'm just using the wrong word. Man, come on, bros. No, but I really like these live chats because they allow you guys to show me, like, they get to showcase my personality and a little bit more and you get to talk to me. And that's why I like them. Jay Spellum is laughing. Apparently you guys think I am just a drunkard. I'm not a drunkard. That's not cool. Nothing better to do than drinking in live? No, not at all. I love this. This is awesome. I want to be a cop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm 17 and can't wait. It's my dream. Nathan, that's very respectable. I appreciate that. Home Runner says I'm laughing too. Bro, I swear to God, I've only had 1 glass of wine. I'm not drunk. It's a thing. Rough week. World thing. It's a world. Like, everyone's fighting. It's not cool. It's funny because a lot of the people who are kind of like liberal-leaning, a lot of the more people who are left-leaning that I know, they're all saying, oh, that's like Braden. You know, I can just see Braden having like all these ARs and, you know, looking for a fight with the lefties. Like, I'm not going to do that. And ironically, everyone's laughing at me because they think I'm drunk. I'm really not drunk. And I'm not shit-faced. That's just insulting. One of the things... Have you ever thought about doing fan meetups? I have. Not drunk, just having an allergic reaction to grapes. There's a difference. I'm going to let you guys keep on roasting me. I'm okay with this. Builds relationships. It's okay. I've thought about doing fan meetups. I need a few more fans because I don't want to be like sitting there and be like, everyone's going to come and like have cupcakes and no one shows up. Like, I'll cry in the corner. Oh, man. Buy grunt style t-shirts. Link, description box. I'm sipping a cold Heineken watching this. Awesome, Ricky. To you, my friend. I've already finished my wine, and I'm not getting more because you guys will mock me even more. Not sure I can have you out to a pig hunt. I can't afford your wine budget. You guys are just rocking my world with this. See if I ever drink wine on these things again. Man. Your face is getting red. It is actually. It's interesting. Mike is out of here. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. It's interesting. I've been watching the live stream so I can see the feed. My face actually is getting a little more red. It's 100% legit. I tried to see a SIG. There we go again. SIG P229 Legion at my gun club. Really liked it. It's an awesome gun. Someone asked about a 7.62 by 39 AR. I don't like ARACs. AKs, I don't like them. Maybe it's the glass. Next time, drink straight for the bottle like a man. Guys, I'm feeling the relationship. I'm feeling it. I love it. And there's my capillaries. I was telling you about it getting even better. Don't whine. I get it. Don't whine like the drink. I get it. You guys are so silly. I was thinking about it. I was actually talking to some of my friends. A big thing, the wine thing will forever haunt your live streams. That's okay. This is fun. I enjoy this. If I have one glass of wine, you guys are giving me some crap, I'm totally cool. That's awesome. The thing about our country right now, right? So, like I said, shit-faced. I am not shit-faced. I am red-faced. There's a difference. Man, we'll hook you up with some good shine down here. Listen, Lionel, I've got plenty of moonshine in my life if I need it. Tonight's show brought to you by Yellowtail. There you go. I can dig that. You guys are not going to let me down on this. Yeah, I just see it. I see like a year from now, I'll be doing a live stream out in like the middle of nowhere hunting some shit. And you guys will be like, hey, remember that one time you were drunk on a live stream? I'm not drunk! But the thing is with our country, everyone's like, what do you think's going to happen? Are we going to go to civil war? Are we not going to go to civil war? All these different things. And I'll be honest, I don't know. I just don't know. And the thing, because I like wargaming things out. I like seeing everything ahead of time. Ricky says, good fun. James says, I'm sorry for starting this shit. That's right, James. Let me find the camera. You should be like sad and stuff. Nathan, not drunk yet. We will drive you to drink. No, this is actually really fun. This is awesome. What are your thoughts on the current SIG P320 trigger problem? I think it's a problem. It's a big one. SIG just got the military contract, so they might want to lock that down before they lose it back to Glock. Because that's going to be a bit of an embarrassment and make Glock get that contract forever if they lose that contract. Because their guns fire by themselves when dropped. Which is a problem in combat because things drop. But people ask me all the time, are we going to go to civil war? What's going on? And, I'll be honest with you guys. If anything like that happens, God forbid, the problem is my binge drinking. I do not binge drink. Yeah, Glock is loving SIG's issues. So, the thing with our country, if we go to civil war, we go to any kind of war, skirmishes or regional wars, regional skirmishes, whatever. I don't agree with people hating each other because of skin color. I think that's stupid. I think it's dumb. There's no logic to it. I just think it's idiotic. If we fight and we're looking at both sides, because like I said, I like wargaming. If we look at both sides, the left is really pissed off and angry because Trump's in office and all these things. He's a terrible person. Blah, 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 blah. Well, they're really pissed off. Great. So they're going to start throwing rocks and picking fights with people on the right. Well, people on the right have all the guns, have all the ammo, have all the training. Extreme nationalism is uniting them, and they are pretty well organized. Who do you think is going to win between that fight? Do you think the lefties are going to win because they're morally pure? Or do you think the righties are going to win because they have everything going for them? And so the problem that I see is if that happens, God forbid it happens, if that happens, my ass is going to have to fight the right because it's not right to kill people or to be extremely nationalistic on a race-based level. That's actually my fear. If I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, it just doesn't make sense. I watched an episode of Bear Whisperer shooting the 6.8. He swore by that round. It's a great round. Just hope the left is socialized medicine for their injuries. I don't want it to happen. I do not want it to happen because the amount of pain and suffering that will be inflicted on this country is something that we haven't seen in hundreds of years. And I don't think people understand exactly how bad that will be. I mean, that is like the closest thing to that. Jay says thank you for that. No problem, Jay. The closest thing that history has ever shown that's like the current situation is not America, it's not the Civil War, it's not any of those things. If you look up Russia, right before the communists took over, there were the Soviet Reds, or the communist Reds, and there were the capitalist Whites. Okay? Not white people's skins, white color, like their uniforms were white, and the Soviets or the communists were red. The whites drastically outnumbered the red communists. But the red communists were unified under a single banner, and they worked extremely well and effectively. They killed almost every single member of the white capitalist party, and they took over Russia. That's the closest thing. And we're talking about a civil war, 100 million people dead in that. Right. This was devastating. Did I see Stephen King's new It movie, Memories Growing Up? Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, skip! Proletariat versus bourgeoisie. Exactly. So one of the things that was the consequence of that was, could you imagine this closest city that you live in, and right and left firing each other from buildings back and forth? I mean, you're talking about, this isn't Mosin Nagants from 1898. This is AR-15s. This is 308s. This is like the most effective weapons we've ever had on this planet, fighting within a distance of 100 yards. I mean, like, oh my God, the devastation that would cause, and just the innocence that would die, is just terrible. Nathan DeLong, great seeing y'all here. Please do more of these soon. Gotta go. Night, guys. Later, Nathan. I appreciate it. I mean, like, just the stuff that you would get into with that, it's just, I mean, having a family, like, that's the number one thing that I'd be freaked out about. Like, is this war going to affect my family? I mean, in World War II, millions of people died. Exactly. Just getting water for the family would be a death wish in a city. Exactly. I mean, like, you go outside, you're getting shot. And, you know, you think about World War II, we actually got off pretty easy from a standpoint of casualties. We had 400 to 500,000 dead. And those were all men, and those were all soldiers, because we went into their zone. In their end of the world, I mean, like 30 million people were dead, including civilians. I mean, we're talking like massive impact on a global scale. I don't want that here. Like, I don't want to live through that. I don't want to have my children live through that. I don't want to have them grow up in that world. It's just crazy. They need to start using their words instead of rocks and urine. I completely agree. Both sides. It takes two people to fight. Doesn't take one. It takes two. You get hit with a rock, turn the other cheek, and just talk. I promise it'll work out a lot better than you fighting. Because we're too industrialized. We're too close together. We are too tightly knit. It's not going to end well on any scale. There are 300 million guns in this country. God knows how many rounds of ammunition. Like, I'm going to have to freaking move into the Rocky Mountains with my kids just so they're safe, and then I have to go and defend them. Come on, guys. I just want to be American and be free. And that's really the way it boils down in my head. Just kind of spewing stuff, but that's the way I view it. What kind of watch am I wearing? This is a completely wooden watch. It is made custom. My wife had it ordered from Turkey. The news media is trying to light this powder keg off, all in the search to regain power. I would agree, they're stoking the fire. Do you remember the first deer you shot? What was that experience like? The left were throwing bottles full of concrete at police officers in Charlottesville. Yes, they were. I completely understand. And please understand, I'm not condoning either side. I'm not. It is not okay to throw rocks and bottles at police officers. It is not okay to burn things. It is not okay to riot. It's also not okay to hurt people. It's just not, unless you were in a full-on war and that has happened to you. I mean, that's just saying. Congratulations on the channel. Really is the best of YouTube. Thank you. That is freaking awesome. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I really, really do appreciate that. That's great. Thank you for that. Great stuff coming. Oh, man, great stuff coming. Mind-blowing stuff. We need to simmer down. Our country is boiling, and you can feel it. We just need to let it, take it off the flame and just let it calm down. It's crazy what's happening right now. It's crazy. We are a country of laws. We are a country of a constitution. Simmer down now, says Clovertack. Exactly. We are a constitutional country. We are civilized. We need to chill. I don't think it was right that our governor told the police to stand down in Seaville. I would completely agree. The idea of police is to calm the situation down, not withdraw and be completely invisible. That was a wrong move. I personally believe that was a wrong move. All right, guys, I swear, tonight I'm limiting it to 90 minutes. An hour and 30 minutes, we're cutting it at 90. I'm at 85 minutes right now. Great chat, though. I love this stuff. I don't know, it's just, we're in a bad place right now, and we can get there. We just have to be chill. It's difficult to calm down when people don't want to sit down and hear each other out. 100% agree. No question. Honestly, I don't have an answer to that. That's true. The way that just my way my brain works, if you hurt me, okay. Depends on the level you hurt me. Do you think Trump will calm down? I don't think so. Get on Trump's side and stop fighting. Make America great again. I don't think, on the Trump thing, I don't think Trump did anything wrong when he came out and condemned all hate groups. I think he should have left it at that. When he came out again and was fighting with the media, that doesn't look good. That's just my opinion. Was he wrong or was he right? Not even commenting on that. I don't think it looks good when he fights with the media because he's going down to their level. He's the president. That's just my opinion. James says no, he did not. What do you mean no, he did not? I'm sorry. I know I just said a lot. I'm just exactly what you're talking about. I would love to figure out what exactly you're talking about. But I don't know. It's just he didn't say anything wrong. Oh, that's why I think you said no, he didn't. He didn't say anything wrong. He didn't. But the media is so against him. Right. And honestly, Gizmo just said it perfectly. Not defending or supporting them, but White Nation and Alyssa were there on the legal permit piece of symbol. 100%, they did. The left won't slow it down, and they may not slow it down. They may not, but for the country's sake, yes, they may not slow down. They may riot all the time. They may just completely just tear all sorts of buildings down. But the difference between them tearing buildings down and the other side attacking them to where they have war like this, eventually innocents die. And that's where I get a problem. The media has been against Trump since he first stated he was running for president. Of course he did. I mean, of course they are. They are completely controlled, and it's obvious. The main 6 organizations are run by 6 corporations. So, I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's just... Trump's personality is a very abrasive one. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying he's right. He has a very abrasive, I'm right, you're wrong, and here's why you're wrong. Even if what he's saying is completely correct, the way in which it's delivered is abrasive. People don't respond to abrasive very well, and that's the problem. Did anyone know about people that came to Charlottesville in buses? They were the same bus line and had both BLM and KK shirts on, the same buses. What was that about? I've heard that. I wasn't there, so I can't reference that. I can't speak to that. I completely agree, guys. I'm not saying that it's wrong to defend yourself, and I'm not saying it's not wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong to defend our country, because I'm not saying that at all. There are ways to defend our country without going to war. I've heard people say Charlottesville was a setup. It may be. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't part of it. I can tell. I can feel the presence. Have you seen my keys? Might have to stay at the bar tonight. Oh, Fred, are you watching this from a bar? Friggin' Fred. It's just it's a thing where cooler heads need to prevail. We need to get through this, just like we did in the 60s. We need to get through this. It got real hectic for a minute, but we got through. And that's what we need to do again. I don't want a war in our country. Am I prepared for one? Yeah, I have the skill sets, I have the ammunition, I have the guns, but I don't want my children to see it. I do think a lot of the chaos is manufactured. Some of the conspiracy stuff does make sense. Some of it is wacko, but some does hold up. I would agree. Never want to aim my sights on anything but paper, steel, or game for food. What do you think about Kim Jong-un? I think Kim Jong-un is a joke. The idea that a country... here's my thing. If you've ever looked at North Korea at night from a satellite view, Pyongyang the capital of North Korea, is literally a dot. The rest of the country is completely black. The idea that we're being threatened or fighting with that country, it's like, okay, guys, like, there are things in our military we don't even know about. The things that we know about can defeat a single missile. Why are we even fighting? Like, why? What is the big... Ooh, scary. I mean, like, that guy launches one missile in our direction, our military basically shoots it down, and then South Korea becomes a freaking island. I mean, they're not going to win that. And, you know, it's just, will a lot of people die in that exchange? Yeah, there will be a lot of people dead, but if we didn't start, it's not our fault. If the shooting started and we went into a civil war, would you go out and fight the good fight with a group or hide away with the family and protect them? That's a good question. I would stash my family away and make sure that they were safe, and I would go and fight. That's what I would do. But I would fight the way that the Patriot fought in the movie The Patriot. Like, can't remember his name right now. He's a big movie star. Mel Gibson. There we go. Oh God, I kicked the thing. Laws of arms in Brazil are very restricted to the common people, but since I'm a police officer, he gets them. Cool. What do you think about China intervention if we did go to war with North Korea? Counterculture, damn straight. I'm not drunk. I kicked the freaking tripod. I've got a really big boot. See? I've got a really big boot and I kicked it. It's not my fault. I don't know. Honestly, the international stuff, I'm kind of like, oh, God in heaven. Can we not just, like, trade and shit? Can we not just, like, hey, I've got coal, and you guys have, like, other stuff. You want to, like, trade? Like, why can't we just do that? Why do we have to constantly invade people? But yeah, if we do go to civil war, it's going to be messy, and I don't want to, but I will do it if I have to. But my family will be taken care of first and foremost. God, family, country. That's the way it goes for me. Alan Rottenberger. Have you? I don't know if I have. Santiago, I wish it was that easy. Nothing is easy. I agree. Santiago, nothing is easy. I could see a foreign power coming in to sweep up if we got into that point, maybe. Favorite fighter jet? I don't have one. We would steamroll the liberals, no competition. Honestly, I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about that. Have you ever read The Act of 1871? I have not. I have not read that. Bugs Bunny said it best to explain it all. People are the craziest people. I agree. Oh, Michael, we don't seem to have these issues up here in Alaska. Oh my God, you're from Alaska? I want to go there so bad. My wife won't let me go there because she knows I won't come back. Because it's like the most beautiful place ever, and there's a lot less people, and it's like wild game everywhere, and you can totally eat and like sustain yourself. I love the idea of Alaska. It's like that last frontier kind of mentality. I love it. I love it. Been to Barrows. Fun times. Barrows. I don't know what Barrows is. See, I told you guys. It's been 93 minutes. James, too damn cold. And almost no gun laws. Well, Michael, I mean, Alaska's a very, like, survivalist state. It's a very independent thing. That makes sense. Northernmost town in USA. It's in Alaska. Oh, I don't want to go all the way up there. No way. I would go like Anchorage level. Like, I want to be cold for 7 months of the year. I don't want to be cold for like 11. I don't need that. I don't want to like fight wolverines over a caribou carcass. I don't want that. I've seen Alaska. I know what it's like. Michael says he lives in Anchorage. Very cool. That's awesome. One day, I might reach out to you and be like, hey, I need a place to stay in Anchorage. Where can I stay? And you'll be like, right with me. Gizmo says the darkness is creepy. I could see it being creepy. No gun ranges, though, in Anchorage. Really? Wow. Crazy. Interesting. All right, I swear to God, guys, 100 minutes. I'm cutting it at 100 minutes. Fred, I worked in Alaska back in the 80s. Best game ever. McDonald's has all of it. Almost in the whole state. It's dark in the whole state. That's crazy. I'm in Phoenix, but I would love to stay in Flagstaff. It's kind of random, Brandon. All right, I'm cutting it in 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes. I'm cutting it. I've done enough damage. You guys are going to make fun of me for wine forever. Oh, man. I'm out of here. Thanks for the live chat. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Gizmo. Don't forget to buy a t-shirt from the link below. The federal government turned into a corporation. We are no longer governed by the government. That's the people for the people. Read it. Take care, brother, and enjoy your night. Awesome channel, and a lot of respect to you for listening to your viewers. Awesome. Stay 120. Found my keys, driving home now. See you later, Fred. Michael, family definitely started visiting me more when I moved up here. Nice. I'm in Washington State. Cool, Jay. I'll actually be in Vancouver in end of November to December. I'm going to do a little live stream from a Canadian gun range. Finish off that bottle. Have a good one. I'm going to buy that shirt with the promo. Thank you, James. That's awesome. Get yourself an awesome shirt. They fit exactly like normal t-shirts do. XL is what I wear, and it fits perfectly. So anything that you would normally wear, it's a great thing. And I appreciate your support. That's awesome. Some really great shirts on there. All right. Well, guys, I think I'm going to cut out. Alan, love your video. Thank you, Alan. Well, guys, I'm going to put a video up tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching the live chat for an hour and a half. And I thank you for loving the live stream, Sumney. You were here the whole time. I appreciate it. Ghost, I will see you later. Jay, love the video. If you must, take care, bud. Hey, you guys, don't forget to send me that email if you want to take part in the beta. And I will see y'all on the next one. Finish time.